Judaism, the world's oldest monotheistic religion, boasts a history that spans nearly 4,000 years. While aligning all of its historical texts with concrete evidence can be challenging, the Jewish Bible remains a paramount source for understanding ancient biblical Jewish history. This rich narrative encompasses stories of Noah's Ark, the Exodus, and the rule of David and Solomon over Israel. According to the Jewish Bible, Judaism represents the covenant that God established with Abraham and his descendants through his grandson Jacob, also known as Israel, meaning the one who struggles with God. The chosen people of Israel were promised the land of Israel by God, contingent upon their adherence to God's law, as revealed to Moses on Mount Sinai in the Torah, also known as the 5 Books of Moses. These texts, alongside the Nevi'im and Ketuvim, constitute the 3 divisions of the Hebrew Bible, or the Tanakh, which is referred to as the Old Testament in Christian tradition. Ancient beginnings. Historical records suggest that Canaanite kingdoms were polytheistic, each having its national deity. However, the kingdoms of Israel and Judah primarily worshipped Yahweh, setting them apart. Following the integration of the region into the Assyrian Empire, Israel rebelled and was ultimately destroyed around 722 BCE. The refugees fled to Judah, where the worship of Yahweh gradually separated from Canaanite polytheism. The Babylonians, in 587 BCE, conquered Judah, exiled its people, known as Judeans or Jews, and destroyed their first temple, dedicated to the monotheistic worship of Yahweh. Subsequently, the Persians, who invaded Babylonia, allowed the Jews to return to Judah, where they rebuilt the Second Temple and assembled much of the Hebrew Bible. Hellenistic influence. With the conquests of Alexander the Great, Jewish religious tradition gradually merged with elements of Greek culture, leading to the development of Hellenistic Judaism. This form of Judaism spread to the new city of Alexandria, albeit with growing tensions between the two cultures. In 164 BCE, traditional Jews briefly regained sovereignty in Jerusalem. However, the conquest of Jerusalem by Pompey of Rome marked the end of Jewish sovereignty for over 2,000 years, as the region became a Roman client kingdom. This period saw the destruction of the Second Temple in Jerusalem, and Jews were exiled from the region, marking the Second Jewish Diaspora. The Romans also renamed the region Syria Palestina after its historic inhabitants, the Philistines, who were traditional enemies of the Jews and originally hailed from Crete. Rise of Christianity and Rabbinic Judaism. Christianity, initially a Jewish movement, gradually evolved into a distinct religion under the influence of figures like Paul. The division deepened as Christian Jews did not support the Jewish revolts against the Romans. Christianity opened up to Romans and non-Jewish converts, and eventually became the official religion of the entire Roman Empire by the 4th century. In response to the loss of political sovereignty, rabbinic ideology emerged, offering a leadership structure that did not depend on political independence. This ideology aligned the interests of Jews and Romans, leading to a decentralized form of Judaism. Medieval Jewish history. During the medieval period, the Jewish diaspora expanded beyond the Middle East into North Africa and Europe. 2 major geographical and cultural groups, the Ashkenazi and Sephardic Jews, emerged as Jews gradually coalesced in these regions. In medieval Europe, Jews played significant roles in international commerce, thanks to their widespread diaspora connections, and in money lending, a profession forbidden in Christianity. Tolerance and persecution. The birth of Islam brought about a shift in the treatment of Jews. The Jewish community, which had been persecuted by the Byzantine Empire, found greater tolerance among the expanding Muslim Arabs, with whom they shared cultural similarities. During the Jewish Golden Age in the Muslim-ruled Iberian Peninsula, a relatively peaceful coexistence between Muslims, Christians, and Jews occurred from the 9th to the 13th century. Despite these periods of tolerance, waves of Jewish persecution swept across Europe at various times, including the Crusades, European medieval anti-Semitism, the scapegoating of Jews during the Black Death, and the expulsion of Jews from Spain following the Reconquista. Emigration and Jewish emancipation. By the 17th century, half of the world's Jewish population resided in the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, which had become a haven for Jews from Western Europe. However, a Ukrainian rebellion against Catholic Polish domination led to atrocities against Jews, viewed as leaseholders oppressing peasants. The Russian Empire, which subsequently dominated the region, witnessed mass anti-Jewish rioting, pogroms, prompting Jewish emigration to the United States and Western Europe. The Age of Enlightenment played a crucial role in pushing for Jewish emancipation, granting equal rights and repealing the isolation and ghettoization of Jews. Jewish modernity and Zionism. Jewish modernity marked the end of passive waiting for divine redemption and the beginning of active pursuit of personal or national fulfillment. Instances of anti-Semitism, such as the Dreyfus Affair, served as motivations for Theodor Herzl to found the Zionist movement. This movement aimed to create a Jewish sovereign state in Palestine. World War I led to the collapse of the Ottoman Empire, the British promise of a Jewish homeland, and the redrawing of the Middle East map. Subsequently, World War II brought the Holocaust genocide, claiming 6 million Jewish lives. This dark period was followed by the establishment of the State of Israel, which today hosts 40% of the world's 14 million Jews. A matter of ethnicity, ancestry, identity, and culture. Traditionally, Jewish identity is determined by one's maternal lineage, tracing back to Abraham through his grandson Jacob, regardless of personal beliefs and faith. This distinction illustrates that Judaism is not only a religion, but also primarily a matter of ethnicity, ancestry, identity, and culture. The history of Judaism is a tapestry woven with resilience, adaptability, and cultural contributions that have left an indelible mark on the world. Its enduring legacy as the world's oldest monotheistic religion and its journey through times of both tolerance and persecution make it a captivating subject of study and reflection.
If you found this video enjoyable, please consider liking and sharing it. Additionally, subscribing to this channel will ensure that you receive more updates in the future. Thank you.